Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Lex the Gray here. Today I'll be doing a one-shot using Mork Borg. I did do a playtest some time ago that was about an hour, but it wasn't actually a one-shot. It was just kind of just trying out the system, get the kinks worked out. But I actually do want to do a one-shot, a very light on the role play, more so on the mechanics and just exploring a bit the theater of the mind, stuff like that. Nothing too focused on the story or the lore of the world. This is just going to be. I'm going to try to keep this in one episode, but this is going to be a very simple one-shot. So don't expect any like gripping acting or Shakespearean dialogue. This is going to be more important. Hopefully, we'll run into some creatures, we'll find some loot, we'll explore some uh, desolate areas, and try to find some kind of objective for our character that we're going to create right now. So, off the bat, let's get a name for our character. Now, there is going to be on the first page here of Mork Borg, you have 6 tables with 8 names per table, so we need our D8 here, which is right here, and I need a D6 for the table. So, table 4 and choice 4, so 4 will be Margar. Margar, that's our name. Margar. And then let's jump to our character creation page, which is just a little further ahead here. Going through all the very nice artwork, which I talked about already. Let's see. Okay. In this world, there are those who seek riches or redemption. Some say the apocalypse is escapable. That might even be stopped. And though there you walk into discord and despair. One hand holds 2d6 times 10 silver, so we did 2d6s to roll for silver. Okay. We have 5 times 10, so that's 50 silver. That ain't half bad. Let's see, is there a spot for currency here? There is, silver. There it is, okay. And then the other hand, the other holds a water skin. Okay, let's see, we have equipment right here. We have water skin. Then we have D4 days of food, so we'll get on D4. What's this one? Oops. 3, okay, so three rations. And then let's see, your soul and your silver are your own, equally easy to lose. To begin with, you are what you own. Okay, so obviously there's no class system. All right, so D6 for what we can carry. 60. This one, so what do we get to have? 3. A backpack, normal for 7 normal-sized items, okay? All right, so that means we have a backpack in here. I'm guessing I can carry 7 additional items inside, so I'll put a little 7 right there. Next is a D12, so that's going to be this one here. 3. We're going to get a lantern, which is good. Okay. Then another D12. This will be another item. I'm going to say that's an 8. A grappling hook. That's a very good choice. Okay. Skulls are twisted magic. Read more on page 34. If we didn't land on the scroll, so don't worry about that. Randomize your starting equipment on this page. Randomize weapon and armor. Roll your abilities and move on. So we have to roll a D10, D6 if you have a scroll, which we don't. So 5. 5 is going to be past, just past it. I forgot it's on this this poor helpless victim here. So we have 5, which will be a warhammer. That's nice. That's going to be a D6 type of weapon. Write that in my notes there. Okay, next is going to be armor. So the type of armor we're going to wield. Oh, I'm sorry. I put the Warhammer up here instead, not the item. So that'll be a D6. Erase that. Okay. Okay, so Warhammer's up here. That's a D6. Armor. We're gonna roll D4 again. Oh, no armor. Tier 0. Dang. Okay, so we have no armor whatsoever. We are helpless in battle, so it's best for our character to avoid combat when possible. We can buy items now, the equipment list. So I'm gonna say we can only carry. Let's get to our ability. Let's get to basically our ability scores first. So roll 3d6 and use the table on the right to generate each ability skill from -3 to +3. The sum is not used. Okay, let's do that. We'll grab 3d6. Okay. This will be for agility or strength first. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is going to be a 0 for strength. Okay, next. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 again. 0 on agility. Shoot, this character's not going to last long. Okay, next. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's the same, 0. And then toughness will be our last saving grace here, hopefully. Oh man, 6, 10, 11. That's going to be 0 again. Well, you know what? It's better to be boring than worse than this. So we have 0 all the way down the board. That's terrific. Okay, so that's how we do our tests. There is difficulty scores here. 6 is simple, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, so I'll probably just reference that a bit. Carrying capacity, you can carry strength plus 8. So basically, 1, 2, 3, whoops, 4, 5, 6, basically this first half. So I'm going to kind of mark these out as I cannot carry them. But I do have the backpack, so I will include somewhere in this region for the backpack once we get more items, which I will buy some items following this this part of the character creation. Hit points, toughness, which we have none, plus a D8. So this is the part that will define our survival. And I gotta find my D8 where it is hiding. Alright, there he is. Okay, here we go. 4. I mean, half. That's gonna work for me. So 0, you're basically dead. Negative, you're dead. 0, you're broken. There's a broken table right here. We can remember that because I guarantee I'm gonna die pretty quick in this episode or in this game. So 4 out of 4. Violence. That's how we do combat. We attack, range, defense, roll initiative. And I'll keep the book here so I can reference it. I mean, there's not a lot of rules, but there's a lot of graphics, so we'll have to do a lot of page turning. Now back to the equipment. I'm going to use my equipment here to buy some things. So let's see. Looking for a potion or something to heal. Anything that can help heal. Weapons, services. Let's see, we have a drink, a steady meal. Those are services. We're looking for something that is actually can heal us. I don't see anything yet. Doesn't look like there's anything I'm seeing. So we might have to skip that. But medicine box. Stops bleeding plus D6. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Medicine box is 15 silver, so it'll be 35 now. Medicine box. And that's going to be, again, it says stops bleeding infection plus D6. So presence plus 4 uses, so I have 4 of them. Times 4, and then there's going to be D6 per. Whoops. So D6 health. Okay. HP. Okay. Now I know. There we go. Okay, yeah, and then we gotta do some descriptions of our character class, which we didn't choose a class. Let's see, where are descriptions at? I think that's on a different page, past violence. So, there it is. Optional. Roll on tables 39 through 43. Omens, 38. So we start on page 38. Okay, omens. So we can do. I do have a D2. I thought I had it. If not, I'll just use a D4. Let's see. Clear your eyes. If you play without classes, every character begins with 2D omens. Okay, so let me see here. 1 and 2 is a 1, so that's a 1. We have one. We'll get 1 omen. Okay. Regain the many omens for at least 6 hours. Okay, so I can choose to. Out of these 4 options here, you guys can barely see it, but deal maximum damage with 1 attack. Let's do that one. Maximum damage. Max damage. With 1 attack. Okay. And then terrible traits. D20. Okay, so 9. Conflicted. Okay, so then broken bodies. Let's do 20 on that one. 17. Restore resting maniac face, making a friends harder. Okay, a maniac face. Unappealing appearance, basically. Okay, so let's see here. D20 on this next section. 19. You whistle while trying to hide. You'll deny this. Whistle when 5, 7, 9, 11, or 13 is rolled on a D20. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, well that's gonna be fun. So basically, hiding, whistle on 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. Okay, that's hilarious. When 5, 7, 9, 11, or 13 is rolled on a D20. Okay, right. So that's basically any real moment of checks. Troubling tales, roll D20 or throw a knife at the page, not literally. 3. Have a rare sought after item. Okay. We have a rare item on our hands, basically. Wonder what that rare item is. Okay. Let's see. Arcane. I don't think we do the section. No, I don't. Okay. Anyways, that's all I'm gonna do for now. Okay, so that's it. So let's figure out what our character is going to start first. Where our character starts first. So let's see. We can use my oracle cards, or we can figure out where to start on here. Let's see. Mardar. We have some dungeons here. Cultists. We have villains. The worlds. We can start in a dungeon. We can start Adventure Spark. Let's try this. So this page right here has some, like, as you guys can't really see all of it, but we're basically going to try one of these. Okay, we're going to roll, where do we wander? Okay. So D12 again. Our character, Magar, is at the Bergen Crypt tree line, and we get contacted. 18 drunk seal. Okay, a drunk seal. I want to change that one. I'm not sure how to find one out. 17. A scoundrel covered in ulcers. Oh gosh, he walks up to us, and he's going to say the following. So we need to do 10 and 100. Let's see. 63. Steal a sarcophagus from a cavern. Okay, that works with me. So this scoundrel is going to pay us, let's say, 200 silver pieces to steal a sarcophagus where he heard there is rumored to be treasure, something of value to him. Not treasure, but something of value to him. So I'm not sure about that rare item, but our quest for this whole video will be steal, basically, a sarcophagus. Let's see. Yep. Sarcophagus. From a cavern. Oh, from a caravan, I'm sorry. From a caravan. Ooh, okay. So, basically, the scoundrel noticed that his sarcophagus was stolen and last night, and the caravan went west. So he tasked us, because he knows we are a bloodthirsty adventurer, and we're now going to track down this sarcophagus. So let me get ready the encounter section. Basically all the enemies in this game, the potential threats that walk the lands of Mork Borg. Let's see, it's right about, I know it's the first really disgusting looking visual aid this book has. There he is. Yep, that's the goblin right there I'm looking at. Okay, so Makar is currently been tasked. Okay, I fixed a few things in my character sheet. I took away the whole whistling while rolling dice. That one was I wasn't a big fan of that one, so I took that away. Cleaned up my character sheet here, and I moved the backpack over here to 7 items, so I cannot carry this slot here, but the rest I can, based on the first 8 and 7. So, the scoundrel, kind of going back, taking a step back on my initial starting quest. This scoundrel approached us to steal our sarcophagus from the caravan because he believes that he saw this sarcophagus might be of royalty, and that's it. So he's gonna pay us 200 silver. He has money. He has coins apparently, so he pays us 100 up front. So now we're at 135, and then basically 100 silver pieces reward at the end of it. Okay, so he says they went west. So our character Margar, is going to travel west. We are in, let's say we start out just sitting outside a graveyard, a very dark, gloomy graveyard. And the weather, let's see, is currently going to be a D12. Right now it is hammering rain. It is raining. We're under a tree waiting for the weather to calm down. So And the oracle I'll be using for this episode, for this video, will be my usual. I'll do a D100 in this one, and then I have my. I got my oracle cards here, fantasy based, and I have tarot cards, which might be more suitable for Mork Borg. So let me shuffle these up a bit because I used them before for the Shadows of Darkane. Okay, so let's say, does the rain let up after perhaps, I'm going to say 10 minutes? I'm going to say 40% chance. It does indeed. Okay, it calms down. It's drizzling now. Morgar gets up, gets ready, and he sets off on foot. He walks towards the main path. And as we get to the path, let's see what he encounters. The fates, 3 individuals. There is going to be 3 individuals. Let's say they are going to be, are they a threat to us? Let's roll for it. Are these 3 individuals a threat? We'll build them up a little bit, but first we'll see who they are. 50-50. They are very cautious. So I'm going to say we come up to, maybe there's 3 of these. They're cultists and they're scum. They're these guys right here. We come up to them, but they're not attacking us. So can we, they though take interest in us. They see Margar walking out of the woods into the path, and let's say we got in front of them by accident. We tripped, or we just kind of stumbled in front of them. They stop. They're traveling. They're cultists. They stop, and they look at us. And well, again, our character is a very menacing face, just like them. So we're torn what to do. We're conflicted. Maybe we're not fans of cultists. We give them a glare. They give us a glare. Let's see what they do. We can draw a oracle card. How do they react? Let's see. It's obvious. So there's fear. There's mercy. I'm thinking, do they want to draw? I think they're going to keep an eye on us. Keep an eye on Magar. Okay, so they're walking. They stop. We give each other a look, and I continue on. So we're going to walk past them. Luckily did not pan out to an encounter. We just gave them a cold stare for some reason. We're still looking while we're walking west on this main road. Then we come across a fork in the road. And let's see, are we familiar with this area? I'm going to say we are. So let's say 75% chance. There's a fork in the road. Yep, we are. And the gentleman, the scoundrel, said the caravan was traveling west last night. And let's say that caravans of any sort traveling through here is not too common when on wheels. Not too common, mainly by foot. So there's a lot of footprints, a lot of marks on the road, the dirt path. But does he see like wagon wheels of a caravan passing through? Let's do a presence check. So I'll see it's pretty easy to see with his own eyes. We'll do difficulty of 8. He can. So he notices there are wagon marks with a lot of footprints, very distinct looking footprints, going to the northwest. So the one to the right. So he follows that path. And at the moment, it's still raining. The mud, luckily, hasn't messed up. Oh, I forgot about the mud. See, the raining would have caused the mud. Well, actually, it probably would have made it easier for him to see. Because if they were going in a dirt road, one raining, it would have been muddy, so they actually see the line of the wheels with water. That would have been easier, so I guess my difficulty rating was accurate. So he's walking, and then let's see what happens when he is probably 10-15 minutes down the road. He doesn't know where these guys went. He just knows that they went northwest based on his perception. Okay, so suddenly he sees a couple of dead bodies on the road, scattered around. Now, is there anything with the bodies? I'm gonna roll. Is there anything around the bodies? 50-50. There is nothing around. It's just dead corpses. There is going to be, let's do a d6 and a d4. Let's do a d4 plus 2. Okay, there's 6 dead bodies. So he sees 6 dead bodies. He's looking left and right. He's going to loot them. So we're going to go back here and loot these bodies. So this corpse plundering. We'll do it's a 2d66. I'm sorry, it's a d66. So we need 2d6s. Okay. He finds, let's see, 42. Unmarked bottle with a liquid that shifts between red and green. Okay. So, bottle. Strange liquid. And then we'll find, he searches the second body. Let's see, does he find anything? 11. Remains of something worthless crumbles in your hands. Nothing. The second body. 65. Oh, the result in silver. Nice. We find 65 silver. Okay, so 90 and 100. Okay, so 200 silver we now have. It's almost pointless to even do the quest at this point, how rich we are. Okay, the remaining bodies, I'm going to just say we don't find much except for one more item. 45. I'll go off the left, right. The water of life heals D8, test toughness to go blind if highly alcohol. Okay, so water of life. Okay, so it says heals D8 plus D8. Yep. And then test toughness D10 or go blind, highly alcoholic. Okay, so DR of D10. Okay, so a DR of 10. So it's risky to use. Fail blind equals blind. Okay, so DR of 10. Fail of blind. Okay. Okay, so that's really intriguing. That's definitely something last resort we would take. Now, we're walking past the dead bodies, and do we still see the marks of the wagon wheels? The wagon's wheels. Let's roll. I'm going to say 60% chance. 5. We do indeed. Okay, so basically, the wheels get deeper, and as we go up further up the road, going northwest-ish towards maybe some hills, and as the rain is starting to pick up a bit, we see the wagon itself crashed to the right, and there is the driver and the horse are both dead. The driver is leaning over the front of the railing of his the front seat. The horse, unfortunately, it has passed, and the wagon has been looted. The back doors are open, and there's nothing inside but maybe another corpse, or yeah, I'm gonna say there's another corpse inside, like a guard of sorts. And we look around. We're going to loop the driver. Let's see if we actually use the Oracle cards this time. We loot the driver. News, media, towers, crier, notes, magazines. We find basically newspapers, documents. We ignore it. We're gonna loot the body in the back. Do we find anything? Jailhouse, broadsheet, romance novel, blog post. Nothing really. So just more writing. A book. We find a book, but we ignore that. So we'll put that away. And we see them. We're gonna do a test to see if we'll do a presence test, I think, to tell if Margar can see the sarcophagus that was pulled off the back bed of the wagon. Now, sarcophaguses as big as they are, as holding a mummy or something, he thinks that this definitely took multiple people. So we're gonna roll to see if he can notice perceive the scratch marks or the marks of it being moved off of the back bedding. Let's roll. Oh, I need to give a difficulty. I'm sorry. It's inside. I'm going to say 12. Okay, we are not able to, because we have no modifier. He can't tell. The wood is so old and rickety and worn out from the rain, perhaps. It's been out here. It's so, you know, how Mr. like planks of wood when it gets too wet, it becomes very kind of absorbs the water. So it's hard to tell. But he jumps off. He looks to the ground, thinking that maybe there are footprints or something like a wagon to, not a wagon, some wheels to pull this sarcophagus. So he looks, and we're going to roll again. I'm going to do a difficulty of 12 or 14. Oh, he notices that there are a smaller set of wheels being pulled away from the wagon's back, the caravan's back, and about 3 sets of footprints going into the forest. So he takes his weapon out, his warhammer, and he follows the trail. So he's walking into the forest, being careful not to run into any threats along the way. And it's maybe 5 or 10 minutes into the forest. Let's draw the card to see what happens. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so the moon. Something... how do I perceive that? Something is watching him, I believe. The moon is bright, large, something big. Feels like maybe the sky starts to clear out, and you can see it in the daytime, the moonlight. Not the moonlight, but the moon itself. He sees the moon, perhaps, and I can take this literally, or I can perceive it differently. The lady is holding something. Maybe he sees... Oh, you know what? He spots something, an item, on the ground, like it got dropped. Not this item itself, but a spear. And it looks like the spear has blood on it. He picks it up. Is there spears in this game, per se? Let's go to weapons. Let's go to index, see what weapons are. 20. Weapons are on 20. Okay. 20, let's see what we have. There's a staff. There is a... Let's see. I don't see anything with a spear, but I can always change it to a staff. Oh. Whatever this is. I cannot pronounce that word. I don't even want to try. So I'm going to say it's going to be a lower range, a staff, a D4. So he takes it. He puts that in his inventory. We're not going to use it. I mean, we could put it in our... Let's put it in here, the staff. Okay. So we'll put that in our weapon slot. Okay. So he finds a staff and it has blood on it. I'll put a little mark here, blood. So he's thinking that he's close by. Maybe someone was clumsy and dropped. Or is there a body nearby? I doubt it, but I'm thinking if that staff is there, maybe someone dropped it, passed out. Maybe that carrying that sarcophagus was very heavy and they passed out. I would say 25% chance. Nope, there's no body. He looks around, trying to see if this spear is near a dead body. Nope. This spear was just generally dropped. Maybe a guy who was carrying the sarcophagus with the other two, it hit a tree branch and it fell off, and they couldn't stop. They just kept going because obviously they were leaving a site, an ambush. So he's getting closer. You can tell he feels like he's pretty close to wherever he needs to go find these individuals. And he comes up to a, let's say he comes up to a building. Not an inn, but an abandoned building. Let's say it's an abandoned... It looks like an inn. It's almost like a 2-story building. It's very blended into the forest. The trees are growing around it. Not like a tree house, but more so like the trees are growing into it. So he comes up to it. Does he see any light source coming in from the inside, like torches? I'm going to say 65% chance if it's daytime. Oh yeah, he does. He does see there's 2 torches that are lit outside the main door. And he stops. He's hiding behind the trees. He's peeking out from a large tree. And what does he see? Let's see. What does he see around the 2-story building? All right, I redrew that card. Whoops. moon card. Comment. He sees one individual on guard with that same kind of spear. That makes sense. So he thinks truly that the spear is related from the same group of people. I'm looking for the enemies here. I'm going to say it is a cultist. And let's find the specs of these cultists. There we go. There they go. Yep. It's bent, so it's scum, basically. These are, I'm not going to use all of their stats, but basically that's what we're looking at. Okay, so he's standing there, and maybe he's just kind of, he's dancing in the spot, or not dancing, he has to go really badly, but his superior, whoever's in charge, told him not to move, stay there while they try to open the sarcophagus or something. That's why I think, setting-wise, like the actual world building, but our character doesn't know that. Now, do we attack this guy? We're going to look around. Do we see anything out of the ordinary? Let's roll a d20. Does Magar see anything out of the ordinary? Like, does he see a place where he can run around, get past this guy? Let's roll for it. I'm going to say 14. Oh, okay, yeah, he does. So he notices to the right there is a clearing. To the left of the house, or the cabin, I guess, two-story cabin, there is a large tree blocking the way. It's gigantic. It's almost growing into the house. But to the right, there seems to be a clearing. So, Magar will slowly walk around, avoiding stepping on leaves, etc. He'll walk around, and does he walk around? Let's do a dexterity or agility to see if we can walk around towards a clearing to get by this guy and find an entrance in the back. Let's roll. I'm going to say 12. Shoot, he doesn't. He steps on some leaves. There's a pile of leaves he accidentally kicks, and some of the leaves go flying, just kind of float into the air. And the guard looks, and he looks in the direction of Magar, and he says, "Who be there? Show yourself!" He starts walking slowly, creepily towards, just picture this guy here, towards Magar. And Magar, just with instinct, I think is going to throw the spear that he picked up straight at the guy's face. So this has to be a DR 12. Let's go to combat. I think he's going to throw something really quiet. I don't think it's going to be. I don't think he's the smartest. He's not the smartest. Well, bloodthirsty adventurer in the town. So in the area, I think he's just going to. Again, maniac phase. I don't think our guy's going to think straight. He's conflicted. He's going to throw his spear straight at the guy. So we got to look for violence. Okay, so we're going to roll. This is going to be ranged, so we got to roll a 12 or higher. We have no test presence. We have no bonus, so it's just been a flat roll. Here we go. 7. That's a fail. The spear goes flying by, and the guy dodges it, jumps out of the way, sees the spear, and the spear... Does the spear hit the house, or does it hit the ground, the forest? Let's do 50-50. All right, I gotta ask a question. Does it hit the house? It does. All right, the spear goes straight through the front door at the worst possible spot. He looks back, he pulls out a cleaver or something, a weapon, and then he starts to... He sees us, so he runs after. He's just like, "You, stop!" And then he's going to attack us. Now we are in violence. We are in combat. So, let's figure out our guy here. So this is our first encounter. Where is the bent guy? Where'd you go, buddy? Bent. I'm using the characters from this book instead of just... There we go. So he has 7 health. We're going to track his health with a D8. I will use a red D8. There it is. So he has 7 health. That's him right there. Okay. And he's going to attack because we've already struck first. Or we can roll initiative. We can do that. I think initiative is just a D6. Yeah. PCs go first and a 4 or more. Okay. So we'll do a D6. Yep. We go first. Okay. So melee. He doesn't have armor, so he can't stop it in combat. He can't stop an attack. We're going to roll strength. A D20. Here we go. We're going to attack him. He's running at us. We're going to take our warhammer and try to swing at him. As he runs carelessly at us, we fail. We miss. Swings. Then he attacks. He has a poison knife, D4. Okay, so we're going to defend. So if we fail strength, nothing happens. If we fail the agility, the enemy hits you. Enemy attacks 1 per round. Okay, so we're going to try to dodge it. He pulls out a knife and he's going to lunge at us like this. We need to roll a 12 or more to dodge. Oh, okay, good. We dodge it. We just jump out of the way. Then we're going to attack him once more with our Warhammer. He kind of stumbles forward. We jump. We're going to roll for strength. 5. We miss again. We swing our Warhammer, but it hits the tree, and the tree topples over. Not a very big tree. It topples over with our brute strength. The guy stumbles once again, trying to jump out of the way of the tree. Does he block the tree? Or is he able to get the way out of the tree? I'm going to say 50-50 on this one. He does not. He gets hit by the tree at the top of the, but I said it wasn't a too big one, so I'm going to take away, I'm going to damage him to 5. He gets hit in the tree, knocked back, he falls back, gets back up, but he is hurt. Maybe it hit his arm or his shoulder, his left side. So now it's his turn. He's going to try to attack us, so we're going to dodge. We're going to try to dodge with defense, so agility. We're barely able to dodge. The knife, it's poison. We can see the shine of it. It's very well maintained knife. He swings. It just catches our clothing and rips it off. Rips off the side of our wares. Okay, we're gonna take our Warhammer. We're gonna strike it from the top and just straight down on him. That'll be a D20 roll. This will be a melee. We just need to. Okay, we got him. Good. So the dice of our Warhammer is a D6, and he's only has 5 left. So how much damage? 2. He's down to 3. Okay. He takes a hit to the gut. He loses his breath, falls back, and hits a tree. And he stumbles forward with a knife. Now he's seeing that things are getting tough for him. So let's see what his specials are. Toughness, DR10, poison knife test is special. Yeah, it's just a poison knife. Okay, so he's going to try to do a morale check, which is 8. So I think for morale, let's see how that works. I don't recall. Let's see, morale. Most enemies will not fight to the last drop of blood. Roll the morale. If the leader is killed, half the group is. Or the single enemy has 1/3 the health, which they don't yet. Well, 3, 6, 9, 7. Close. Okay, one more hit, then we'll do a morale check. Okay, he's gonna try to attack. He's gonna scream, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you!" And he rushes at us with his knife. We're gonna try to defend. 7. We fail. He hits us with a D4. Okay, so the poison knife. Now we take D4 damage, which stinks because this could kill us and end the game right in this very moment. So because we have no armor, here we go. Watch, it's gonna be a 4. It's a 2. Okay, so we take 2 damage again, which is bad because this game is very, very, very unforgiving. Okay, so now I'm at 2. It stinks. But we gotta do a DR check to see if we get poisoned. So I'm gonna roll a D20 to beat the toughness of DR10. Come on. Ah, shoot, we're poisoned. Okay, so getting affected, we're not poisoned. We get damage 1 turn. I can use an item. I do have an item to heal. The water item. I'm gonna use an item. So, maybe, I don't know if I'm shifting the rules here, but that's okay. So water, life. I do have the medical box too. I can just use that instead. I'm gonna heal D6. Okay, so let's use the D6 to heal. Okay, we're gonna use that. 9. Ooh, 6. Wow, so we're back. That wasn't too bad. But now we're down to 3. Okay, so back to 4 HP. Can the HP go beyond the limit, like the temporary health? No, remember. Let's check the inventory out. Or weapons. Or items, sorry. Equipment, items, whatever it's called. Medical box. Plus D6. We go beyond our armor for temporary. I'm going to say yes for this battle, just for the battle. So we're going to be at 8. We're giving him a temporary boost. The medicine, which is the cook he needed. And now we're going to attack. So we're going to roll for 12 to see if we can get him. We're going to strike back with a Warhammer. Oh, and we can. We strike him. We're going to roll our D6 for damage. 1. Darn it. Okay, so he gets hurt to only down to 2. Now he's going to do a morale check. Alright, so we're going to roll a D20 for him. He has to get an 8 or higher. 11, he does. He stays in the battle. Okay, then he's going to attack. He got hit by the Warhammer. Maybe he got hit on the shoulder. He stumbles to the right. He's still holding his, but he's on his last legs. He's almost about to like collapse on his knees. He takes a swing at us, very disoriented. And we're gonna roll to see if we defend to be a D12 or higher. And we do dodge. So we dodge his blow, and we're going to strike him hopefully one last time with our Warhammer. 17, we do hit him, and this will be damage taken. He is out. So 3. We knock off his head, clear swing, home run. His head goes flying, his body collapses forward, and his head hits the tree. But, however, the freaking Warhammer, the spear we threw like an idiot at the door, did that alert the 2 inside, or the 2 or more people inside? I'm going to say it likely did, 80%. It did. Okay, so while we do basically clear the guy's head off for him. He clears his head. We see that there's 2 more standing. They just opened the door after the battle concluded, perhaps, or at least they heard the fighting. They exited the door. Were they occupied the sarcophagus, or were they just sitting around on their ass not doing anything? I'm going to say they were busy with the sarcophagus. So, 50-50. Did they come outside during the battle? They did. Okay, so maybe after like 2 or 3 turns ago, they come outside. They both had. There's 2 of them. There's 2 of these guys. So let's get fresh health. We'll do 2 of them. So D8. Let's see. We have. I just had it in my hand. Now it's gone. Here it is. D8. I'm sorry. D7. I don't get another red die. I believe I have another red one for you guys to see, to use. A D8. Yep, I do. Luckily. Okay. All right. So 2 D7s. Sorry, 2 D8s. Represent health. Those are the 2. They see us after we killed. They're running at us like, oh yo, oh you bastard! And then they lunge at us. So we'll roll for initiative. This is a new battle. Okay. They go first. Okay, so the first one. Now I'm gonna try to do it like Karen rules, where basically we do both attacks and choose the highest result for the team against us, basically. So I'm gonna roll 2 D4s, and then we'll choose the highest result against us. Here we go. Okay. Oh, we have to roll a dodge to see if we even dodge in the first place. Okay, we're gonna roll a dodge. We failed. Okay, so they do attack us. Whoops. I will consider it. We take 4 damage. Okay. All right. Poison test. We have to make sure if we can survive this one. It's gonna be a D10 or more. We fail. So we get hurt in each turn by 1 HP. So we got to make this quick, which I feel like it's going to be almost impossible. We can heal ourselves again. I'm going to use another heal. So we use an item. So we use medicine. And we use D6 to heal. 5. Good. Okay, so we're up to 9 now. Temporary health. I know I'm probably pushing the rules here a bit, but my story, my adventure. All right, so we're going to attack. Both of them, or at least one of them. Here we go. We're gonna roll 12 or higher for a strength check. If fail, they dodge. They attack us. We'll do a defense. Oh, they get a hit. So they're gonna roll 2d4s at us. They lunge at us as we are not able to dodge. It hits. And we have a 2. We have a 2. So it's going to be 2 damage. Plus, that's going to be from 9 to 7. Does that incur a poison? D10. It does not. We are not going to get hurt from the poison. Okay. So once again, we're going to strike them with our strength. 5. Fail. That's why I'm not a fan of D20 games, but that's what it is. Alright, so we missed. They attack us. We got to defend. That is... Oh, man, they hit us again. Shoot. Alright, I'm thinking I got to make a plan B on this situation. Okay, so 3 is the highest. I'm going to do 3. We got 3 damage. Alright, 6 by 4. So we're back to basically 4, our max health. Okay, so the temporary boost is gone. We can't heal because we're not beyond our max health anymore. I'm going to roll to see if we get poisoned from that. 10 or more. Oh! Ooh, critical 20! I'm going to say that we can strike back at this point with that critical. So, it doesn't say what it normally does with its critical 20. Interesting. I'm reading his specs here, but I'm not gonna really use all of his character specs. Okay, so I'm gonna roll a surprise attack on him. And times that by 2, and 6 damage, so that causes one of them to collapse into the ground, coughed in blood, taking a warhammer straight to the chest. And now we're going to attack again, as we were able to defend. Actually, no, that's it. Now they attacked. We rolled to see if the poisons. I got a surprise maneuver. Now it's my turn. Okay, so I'm going to strike them. The d20. Alright, I get a hit. And rolling for damage. 3. So I'm going to take this guy out. He's out of the map. He's gone. His one friend collapses, dies, coughs out blood. The other guy is kind of hesitant, but he strikes us. So we have to roll for damage. Or roll for defense. 6, that's a fail. No, that's a fail for us. He hits us with 1d4 this time. And that's going to be, 3 damage. Okay, so we take 3 damage. And now we have to see if we get poisoned with this poison blade. Nope, we don't. Okay, so I'm going to once again use the medicine to heal a d6. Gulp, 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 drink it up. Okay. I heal 3. That'll give me a boost to 6. They're confused as how he keeps healing over and over and over. But I'm down to my last medicine, so I can't overuse that. I don't want to spend it out or go spent on that. So he attacked. I healed. Now it's our turn. We attack him. 3. That's a fail. He attacks us. 12 or more. Oh shoot. Oh no, that's a critical. We're able to dodge. So I get a surprise attack on him. 3. Okay, so he takes 3 damage. I keep forgetting I'm rolling from the player character's perspective, not for this guy. Okay, now we're gonna roll to strike. We got that extra maneuver, and now I'm going to strike back normally. 12 or more. Fail. Now it's his turn. We failed, so that means he hits us with a d4 damage. That's 1. We take 1 damage. He's attacking us. We're down to 5. We're rolling for the blood, the poison. 7. We fail, so we're actually poisoned now. So we'll take an extra damage next time. Okay, so now it's our turn. We're going to attack him. 9. That's a fail. We're going to defend against his attack. We barely do. Okay. The knife flies by and we dodge it. Now it's our turn again. 17. We managed to get a hit. And then that's going to be 5 damage. He is out. We lose 1 though and poison. We're poisoned, and unfortunately we're back to our max health once again. Definitely a roller coaster ride for health. We're going to use our last medication. So that's all gone. It heals the poison. We don't restore any more health because we're down to 4. Okay, so The bents are gone. We killed the 3 cultists. Is there anybody left? I'm gonna say it's 10% chance. Nope, there's not. That was all of them. That's at least all that heard us. So we loot them. And how much loot do we find? Let's roll a d4 to the side. How much loot did we find? Oh, 4 pieces. Hold it. Okay, let's use the card. Ooh, okay. We find exotic potions, illegal drugs. So we find, let's say, a potion. What is the loot we can decide on here? I'm thinking, hmm. Let's see. What would be a good potion? Potion of healing? Or let's say potion of poison, if it's a cult. Poison? Okay. Then we find the other 4 items. There we go. Put that card back here. And then the next item we find, empty credit, few coins, a few coins. We find 5. We find 5 silver pieces. Some of these items look like they're for sci-fi, so I'm ignoring that. Let's use the backside. And we find a mind speech amulet. Amulet. We find an amulet. Mind control amulet. Interesting. I'm taking that. I can carry 6, 7 more items in my backpack. Okay. And the last item is just going to be off of this list now. So 2d6s. 52 or 25. Mad Manifesto. If read, test presence or lose presence permanently from confusion. Holy crap. We find a Mad Manifesto, a document, but it's corrupt, so we have to roll a d20 to survive it or lose 1 presence. Holy crap. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. It burns up, we toss it aside, and thankfully that's really it. We're going to loot. Okay, so the door's open. We walk inside the cabin. It is a large library at the entrance. There's books all over the place. On the floor, things are toppled over. But it looks like in the middle of the room, there is things are pushed aside, like manually pushed aside. Tables, chairs. There is the sarcophagus right there in the middle of the room. And is the sarcophagus opened up? Let's see. 50-50. I just don't know. It is opened. Oh my. Okay, so what is inside the sarcophagus? Let's draw. Let's use the tarot cards for this. All right, surprise. What is it? Ooh, interesting. It is It is 2 skeletons that are like side by side, like maybe just kind of facing each other, or mummies. Let's say they're mummies wrapped up, and there's 2 of them that are side by side. We look inside because maybe the top of the sarcophagus it's on the side of it, fell over. They pushed it over. We obviously didn't hear a loud thud. They probably did it earlier in the day. But is there anything inside the sarcophagus besides the 2 dead mummies, the 2 mummified individuals? Let's roll. I think they looted it by now, 30% chance. There's nothing inside. They looted it. So we're looking around. We're like, shoot, what was this guy looking for? The scoundrel that gave us. He didn't exactly tell us what we're looking for. He says just bring back what he find. I'll say he told us bring back what you find. Bring back the sarcophagus, maybe. So we're looking around. Do we see anything in the mess of items in this cabin? Let's say d20. I'm gonna say a 10 for difficulty. We don't see anything out of the ordinary besides the books and the cups of drinks, etc. Just common household items. So we're freaking out because we don't know if we should look upstairs. So there is a stairwell. We walk upstairs slowly. The steps do creak a bit. We get to the top of the stairwell, and let's roll. Is there anybody upstairs? I'm gonna say 25% chance. If someone's hiding out. Oh, okay, we gotta re-roll that one. Actually, that's gonna be 100, I think. That's 100. There is nobody upstairs. It's quiet. Too quiet. I'm gonna re-roll that one. 25% chance. There is nobody upstairs. Okay, so We're looking around. Doors are open. There's bed frames like leaned against the wall. This whole place has been raided. It must have been their place. And we get to the end of the hall, and there is a locked door. We try to open the door, but it's locked. We didn't see a key on any of the three. Maybe we didn't loot them good enough. But we're gonna try to. We can't pick the lock. We're gonna try to break the lock down, break the door down. So let's roll for 12 on this one. We don't. We run into the door. It's locked pretty well. We're gonna take our warhammer and try to break the handle off. This will be easier. So 8, 7, perfect. Okay, we break the handle off. The handle hits the ground. The door. We push the door open slowly to reveal the following. Oh, interesting. Talents. Someone, an animal. Oh, you know what? This is intriguing. So something attacks us. How to play this one out in the story? I'm curious. I think it actually is going to be a magical artifact. So here's what I'm thinking. There is a spirit that attacks us. It is going to be a hawk. I'm going to use that visual right there. A hawk suddenly appears in front of us as we open the door and attacks us. So we're going to try to dodge it with its talents, its claws. And we do dodge it. We jump out of the way, and it's a spiritual animal. It's flying in the hallway, turns around, looking right at us with red glowy eyes. It's just pitch dark appearance. And we're going to attack it. We quickly look behind us to see where this thing come from, and there is a item in the middle on top of, let's say there's a table. This is like kind of like a study. There's a table, and there's an ancient artifact. It kind of looks like a small urn, basically, like basically the size of probably this my cup here with all the pencils in it. So about this big. It's basically an urn, and it's glowing. The top of the urn is slid off, and there's light coming out of it, like kind of a blue light. So we're thinking this is where the creature is coming from. This is the creature's urn. It was disturbed in its resting place, and it's a possessed creature. So we're going to try to use our agility to quickly close the urn, thinking it will stop the creature. So we'll close it. Let's see. We'll see. We'll get there in time. Let's see. 14. The hawk's coming right at us. So 14. We don't manage it. The bird attacks us, and we are able to dodge the bird. Now it's back to 12. We're not. The bird hits us in the back, runs it. It goes through us. We feel the force of it. I'm gonna say it's a D6. Uh-oh. 4 more, I'm dead. 3. Oh, shoot. Okay. So the bird hits us. We land right at the urn. We quickly, I'm not going to roll for this, we quickly close the urn. Does that send the creature back into it? Or does that dissipate the creature? I'm going to say 75% chance. Shoot, it doesn't. This bird has to be defeated on its own, or it has to go back in the urn. So we're in initiative, so we're gonna have to shoot. Okay, I'm gonna quickly use an item potion. I'm gonna use my water of life, which is terrible, but is effective D10, or I go blind. Oh my gosh, this episode's getting crazy. I fail. I take it. I do heal, but I go blind. Let's say it's temporary for 2 turns. I'm gonna roll a D8, obviously, to heal. Whoops. 5. Okay, so I'm at 6 temporary health, but I'm blind for 2 turns. Okay, so I can't see anything. My vision's impaired. It's just dark. The bird's going to attack. I can hear the bird going after me. I'm stumbling around like a buffoon. I crash into the wall. Does the bird attack me? I'm going to say I'm trying to roll, but a high difficulty of 18. It does attack me. Okay, so it hits me once with a D6. 6 damage. Shoot. Okay. So I'm down to 0. Now 0. This is bad. That was my fault. I used the item. This game is very unforgiving. We have to do a violence page here. Where's the violence page at? Run scores. There it is. Okay, so, whoops, we're broken. Okay, if we had 0 HP, we do D4. Okay, here we go. What's going to happen? I've never done this before, actually. 1. Fall unconscious for D4 rounds, awake with D4 health. Ooh, we got lucky. Okay, so we fall down, we collapse. We're unconscious. Does the bird attack us once more while we're unconscious? I don't think it will. I think only as it's seen as a threat. Unconscious. Does it attack us? 15% chance. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it is literally attacking my unconscious body. Okay, so we got heal D4. So first off, let's heal first. I'm 2 points. Okay. All right. This is hilarious. This is absolutely hilarious. I mean, this is so goddamn hilarious. Pardon my language. All right. So it attacks. It's a D6. I gave it a very high difficulty. I didn't give it a health. I forgot about that. I don't know if I was based off. I'm sorry. I forgot to give it health. It is a villain, so I'm going to say it's also a D6. Or let's just give it a D4, to be honest with you. Sure. There it is, a D4. Alright. It attacks us. Oh my gosh, such luck. It attacks me once, right there. Okay. Alright, so, now seeing the bird stops, lands on the ground, puts its wings down, kind of looks at us weirdly because we're unconscious as it first attacked us. 5% chance, does the bird attacks us, or it goes away, it flies away, or like it goes back on top of this urn. 5%, nope, it doesn't. Okay, so it does not attack us again. It kind of walks away, and it walks back to its urn. It jumps on the bed, or jumps on the study, and walks to the urn, then fades away into the urn. That's it. It's gone. Give my character not a break, just I'm thinking that it's not going to attack, it's not a threat. So, moments later, we wake up. We are battered. We are beaten to death, literally, almost. We push ourselves off the floor. We look at the urn. It is closed. But that spirit was able to survive outside the urn for some time while fighting us, as it was deemed a threat. As it deemed us a threat. Okay, so as we're thinking that the urn is actually what the scoundrel wanted. Not the actual sarcophagus, because there's just 2 bodies in there, but the actual urn. So we take the urn slowly. Does the spirit pop back out of it? I'm going to say 25% chance. Nope, it doesn't. Okay, we pick the urn up. We go downstairs carefully with it. The lid seems pretty... The lid closed. It seems pretty safe. Like it's not going to wobble out of there. And then we go downstairs, we get to the door, we go outside, we look around, the weather. How is the weather? Oh, D12. 2. Oh, it's still hammering, it's still raining. I'll just say it's still raining. 2. Alright, it's raining, moderately. Okay, we're getting drenched, we're kind of briskly walking away from the cabin, just forgetting about what happened. And we're down to 1 health mirror. We get to the road. What do we see? We see the tipped over, not tipped over, the raided caravan and the dead bodies. Sun. Oh, the rain stops. The sun pokes out. The clouds start to clear, and we feel very high and mighty about what just happened. Like we at least got what we need to get. So now we're gonna head back to town where we left, and we're walking down the trail. Do we see those original 3 individuals from earlier? First off, did those individuals look like the ones we just fought? I don't know. I'm going to say 50-50. They did. Oh, shoot. Okay, so I think these 3 cultists that we walked by earlier were in the same faction as the 3 we just fought, which makes sense. Okay, do we walk by them all the way back to at least the fork in the road? I'm going to say 50-50 because they could have went the other way, or at least they probably are going... You know what? 60% chance. They were going back to the cabin. Yep, we do see them. Okay, so the urn is... We're holding it. We see them once more, and we're going to have to do a presence roll. They stop, and they look at us as we walk by. Now, do they see the urn? They're trying to hide it behind my clothing. Do they see the urn? This might have to do a presence check. I'm gonna say 12. They do see the urn. They stop. They turn around. Do they confront me about it? Let's say 75% chance. They do. They shout, "Oi, you! Stop! What are you doing with that thing? What are you doing with that?" Because they don't know. I don't think they know. Well, I don't. We're not really sure how much they know about what happens, and that the team, that their other currently dead cult members are dead. We're not too sure. That they haven't been there. There's no messaging. There's no Telegram app or Facebook or whatever, Twitter. There is no communication method whatsoever, as far as we can tell. So they weren't texting each other, and we basically are going to lie. We say, "Oh, this is my grandfather's. I just had him cremated," basically. So we're gonna lie. We're gonna try to lie, menacing, conflicted. So I'm gonna say higher difficulty of 14, perhaps. No, I'm gonna say 60. That's pretty high. I don't think they're that dumb, but maybe we can convince them. So we basically say, "Oh, this is just my grandfather. I'm taking him home. I just had him cremated." So 16. Oh my gosh, it actually worked. Oh my God, it actually worked. They're hesitant. They watch us. They don't follow. They just watch. They watch me walk away. Or Margar is just walking away. He's like, okay, have a good day, you three. And then they're like, they're mysterious. So they continue on. We got super lucky there. I probably should have had a higher difficulty on that, but it is what it is. What happened. Okay, now we come up to the town where we left off the trail. We go back to the forest. Maybe it's a small, like it's a trail through the woods. There's a cobblestone path going up to the graveyard. We get to the graveyard. Is the scoundrel here? 75% chance. He is. Okay, so we see him. He's sitting down, waiting patiently. He sees us. He looks up. He's underneath the tree. It's still raining. We're all soaked in rainwater, and we're soaked. We show him the urn. Is this what he wanted? I'm going to say 80% chance. It is. He says, "By the gods," he stands up. Or I'm trying to picture like a short, really scruffy-looking guy with a very weird voice. He stands up. "Oh, by the gods, you found it! Amazing!" He grabs the urn, turns around, and walks towards the graveyard. And I'm like, "Oi, wait, what about my reward?" He stops, turns around, and says, "Oh, yes," and he starts searching his pockets. He's like, I've seemed to have misplaced my other still. I don't know if I dropped it somewhere." And my guy is like, we already have like 205 gold. We can either threaten him or get angry at him. I'm gonna try to get angry at him. I'm gonna say, "Listen, I'm gonna show my warhammer hanging off my side." And it says, "Listen, you fool! I did all that. I better be paid. I don't have any time to waste. Those damn cultists could be on the way back now." We're doing a presence roll. I'm gonna say 6 because this guy looks like he gets easily. Oh, look at that, 6. Okay, he's like, he hesitates. "Oh, okay, fine." He pulls a shoe out and then he gives me a pouch of 100 silver. So now we're at 305. We have a bunch of silver. He's like, "Okay, there, done. Now, please let me be, and thank you." And he walks away to the graveyard and fades away. And our character, Magar, stands there, feeling triumphant, but also very much hurt as he coughs out some blood and looks at the floor, seeing his blood dry up get washed away into the summer rain. And that is going to be this one shot of Mork Borg. What do I think? I freaking loved it. Again, I'm not really a personal fan of D20 systems, but Mork Borg is so violent and crude and raunchy. I just love the artwork. It just makes my imagination go crazy with all these potential ideas, and I think at least it went, at least in my opinion, pretty well. But I hope you guys enjoyed. This was just a one shot of this character. I'm gonna keep the sheet just for the heck of it. But yeah, I did enjoy it, and I really hope you guys did too. So, and I hope it wasn't too much of world building, just kind of simple, generic adventure. We just retrieve something, bring it back. Scoundrel's a scoundrel. Almost let up. I'm surprised he paid in the first place, so I kind of broke character there. But in any event, that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.